Was an opportunity because I always passed this as a young man traveling back and forth to the city, and I could see the ships and said I would like to work there someday. So after high school, I had the opportunity to take a test, and I was asked to come as an apprentice as a fire control technician, which is an electrical and fire control has to do with the armaments that go on either any type of warship. Could be an aircraft carrier, could be actually I worked on one of the first Constellations, which was a large aircraft carrier, and we got to see a lot of it, how it worked, and it was a great interest to me. And a short time after being there, a short time of 3 years, it was decided by the Defense Department at that time, Robert McNamara was the head of the defense, to close many of these Navy yards for monetary reasons, I think.
Did they give you any reasons, like specifically, or it was just like a...
No, it was the ability of the government to either move to a different location, which they gave you the opportunity to do. Most of them were out of state or all the way across in California. And because I had a young family, I decided not to go. So I took the opportunity to look for another job, and took a test for the phone company and became what they call the switching technician. At that time it was called New York Telephone. And I was able to see the development from mechanical switching devices, which processes your phone calls, and much wiring involved.
I don't think any of the young kids know that now.
You would not know that, and we even had means of tracing a call that you had to physically go through the building to find out what connections were up. We used to have a thing called the suicide trace, where they had actually a suicide hotline, but you had to manually trace it through the building to find out where it was originating. We knew where it was terminating, but we didn't know. So many times we could not complete that, where now caller ID and things of those nature is second in nature.
Would that be hooked up to the police department and stuff like that too?
No, then you would notify
okay.
the, let's say it was a suicide trace, you would notify that bureau that you had a number or you were unable to locate the number of the caller. So that was one also function, other than repairing and responding to problems on equipment. And then we've seen it grow from mechanical to electronic switchings to where everything is done now with a computer. This was my first opportunity to work on a computer.